me off. YouTube probably kicked me off. So my name is Majesty Angel. I'm very, very different. I'm very, very unique. And don't get scared now. Don't get scared now. Like, I don't know what's going on, but for my last conversation that I was having, I don't even know if my YouTube is on. They probably gonna kick me off again. It took me multiple times to be able to click back into YouTube, and from the last conversation that I was having, it was very, very interesting. I liked it a lot. It's a lot of things that I really don't speak upon because I don't want people to think that I'm crazy, which my YouTube thing is probably. Oh, there it go. Came back on again. So, hi, everybody. My name is Majesty Angel. I'm very, very different. I'm very, very unique. I just came on here. I was talking about a whole bunch of different things. I think that I made somebody nervous, or I think that yeah, I made people nervous, or whoever's looking or they tuning into my YouTube channel. But yeah, as I was letting my phone charge up just a little bit, and then I'm about to get off, I felt like a very, very nervousness, and I just want to say for a lot of people because it was this. I don't know who she is, but she's a girl that's in the industry, and she was talking about some things on social media, which I think people have the right to, I guess, sometimes talk about certain things, but I also feel for some people it's a harsh penalty a little bit for certain people. If you understand what I understand, if you understand what I'm talking about, you understand it, you dig it, you get. But um, I felt a very, very nervous energy. I did. My body was very, very hot. I was shaking just a little bit. It's so crazy because when I was on TikTok, it's so many spiritual people on TikTok, a lot of people. And I remember I made this lady so mad at me one day, right? Because it is women out here, right? They come and they say that they are psychics, right? And you have to be very, very careful. I like to say that nobody should just be going to any fucking body, asking them to read their cards and tell them their motherfucking future. I always say that because you really don't know who people are, and you do have certain people that would take people's blessings, right? I can say it like that, and um, it baffles me sometimes when I run across certain other spiritual people. Some can be whatever the fuck that they are. And I always say, for I don't need nobody to do shit for me, right? I know where I get my answers from. I know where my source is at. And if I ever need any answers, I know where to go find it. And for the most part, if I really, really need answers like that, it's only one person on this fucking planet that I would trust like that, because I know that he is blessed, even though he mess around and he can do a whole bunch of different things. Um, he's a pagan, right? He's like the oldest pagan within his bloodline. And he's so blessed. He is, and it's so funny. I remember one day I had went to ask him about a particular person. I did. I'm not even gonna lie. And he was like, he just looked at me like, oh shit, like like, do you know what you're getting yourself into? Like, I think that's what he said. And I was like, huh? He was like, do you know what you're getting yourself into? He was like, just be careful, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what he said. Right? But it wasn't nothing bad, right? And mm, just made me nervous. Who the fuck is listening to me on my YouTube channel? It bugs me out sometimes. You know what bugs me out sometimes? What bugs me out sometimes is because I'm so spiritual, and I be knowing. I do. I know sometimes just a little bit, and like my whole body is shivering. It's shivering so much. Do you know? How can I say this? Uh, how can I say this? Shit. I think some people was thinking that I was out of my mind. I think sometimes, but I think now it's a little bit more easier, a little bit, and makes me nervous. Now, what makes me so not make me nervous, you know, what's a good thing? I don't know where I'm getting this from. Mm. You know what I said before? I can say this. I can say this. Some of you niggas out there, I shouldn't say it like that. Some of you guys out there be getting the craziest girlfriends, right? Your ladies that you come across. And I remember I was channeling this energy, and I was like hearing certain things. I was. And it was like a conversation that somebody had recently about two ladies, right? Because some of us ladies out here, we are so different. And for some of these guys out here, it's like the girls that they be intertwining with are just different and shit. And some of these guys are telling some of their friends, they like, yo, what's up with you? Hi, baby. Hi, right? And some of these guys out here with their friends, they be like, yo, you just always get the weirdest chicks. Like, what the fuck? All the chicks that you get, they just be so different. I always say that. Now, I didn't jump my ass in the social media world. I came out of left field, didn't I? I did. But I always been here. For real. Yeah, that's it. I just always been here. I just been quiet. But lately I've been making a little bit noise. I like that sometimes. And sometimes I gotta make a specific noise. I say that shit all the time. I know who the fuck to talk to. I keep telling you I'm talking to the boss. Like what? hmm Like what? I shouldn't say that. I was about to say something. I was gonna say no, no, no. I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say. No, 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 no. That's my favorite. I had to say that shit in a minute. No, 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 no. That one right there. That's mine for real. No, no, motherfuckers better not touch a fucking strand on his fucking head. I'm telling you, a fucking strand on his head. I'm telling you. You ever see a mad queen? I'm telling you, I don't people understand that shit. When the queen, I say that sometimes. Like, okay, I'm about to get off of my throne now. I'm telling you. I said that because I'll be nice. People be playing. They don't understand. They gonna find out. I would say that. They gonna find out. I just want to come on and say that though. People are blessed. God, no, thank God for the women out here. Some women are so strong. Some women. There's some real buffaloes, like not buffaloes, like bulls. That's what I was trying to say before. I always say that. I'm like the biggest bull ever. I am. I feel like that. So that's why I feel like too, like I can't. I'm gonna see what you said. I can't like be around people. You good? Yeah, I'm good. My phone died. It wasn't charged that much. So I had to come back on because I felt like somebody was nervous. Was you nervous? Was you shaking? Somebody nervous and motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. So like I was trying to say about this witch, she was a dark witch. She was. And then she cursed me out. She did. So I'm very spiritual. Very. So she called her motherfucking self. Hi, babe. She called herself trying to read me, but she was a dark witch. She was. So when she said all of this shit, I started reading her. She said, I didn't ask you for all of that. I said, yeah, you didn't ask me for all of that, but you coming around here fucking around with me. And I had to tell this person on TikTok yesterday, because he said, whoever the fuck it was, they was trying to get into my energy. It's a penalty. I always say it's a penalty getting in people's energies. And if I didn't allow you to get into my energy, if I didn't allow you to get into my energy, and you try to go into my energy without my fucking acknowledgement that you're trying to cipher my energy, you know what's gonna happen? I'm just saying. You know what's just gonna happen? I'm gonna take every fucking thing from you, and you're not gonna have nothing to do, huh? Because it's a penalty. It's a penalties around here. I always say that. That's a penalty. You're like, what? Don't get scared now. I'm just saying. So the motherfucker gonna say to me yesterday, happened yesterday, saying all this sweet shit. Gonna talking about I sense something. That's what the motherfucker said to me. I said, I don't know what the fuck you sensing. For what you sensing from me no longer serves me. So then my phone about to die down. So then they gonna say, this motherfucker was smart. He gonna say, do I have permission to enter into my energy? And you know what the fuck I said? I said, I give nobody, you heard me? People that's behind the claws and you motherfuckers. Because as I was sitting here, I was charging my phone. I felt the most craziest energy, like somebody was trying to tap into my energy and they were trying to do some shit. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know what I did and what I was saying on that last line. And it's a penalty, I tell you. If people didn't give you the permission, it's a penalty. And it's a penalty fucking around with me. I'm telling you. I would take every fucking thing and you won't be able to do a motherfucking thing because I didn't give you access to do shit to me. I didn't give you access to lay fucking cards down on your table and to pull my energy and to look into my future. That's for real. And that's what I told him. Whoever the fuck it was. I said, I don't give nobody access to do a fucking thing to me. I always say that. Spirit. Spirit. Flip that shit over. Burn them. I like saying that. I like that. Y'all ever see the what was movie? The movie with Osiris and the girl, and you know how she was the goddess of love, and she could transform anybody who look upon her, and they were chasing her with serpents. They were trying to kill the goddess of love, and she kept saying, "That's my favorite word. Burn them." I say that shit all the time. Flip it over. Nobody should be fucking around with nobody's destiny. Nobody should be trying to harness people and stop people's fate in their future. It's a penalty. Nobody should be trying to put love spells on people and try to manipulate their mind because you have weak bitches out here that does that. You have niggas that do that. And nobody should ever be manipulating nobody's fucking mind. If people want to fuck with them, it's because they want to fuck with them. It's not because you went and you did some shit. That's why everybody was talking about the girl, that celebrity girl, Bobby Wade or whoever the fuck, TT or Princess, whatever the fuck that bitch name was. And she was running around trying to do shit to fucking people. Like, but they were so talking about her. And I came on here and I was talking about the practitioner because she shouldn't make another fucking dime in her life. See, didn't I tell you? I bring peace, I bring balance to this shit. Nobody. So everybody was attacking her, but why the fuck they ain't attack her? Because now, bitch, you are known for trying to swipe destinies. And now you are known for trying to manipulate motherfucking energies. It's a penalty. It's a very hard penalty. People always say, why shit not working? Why shit not working? Because you don't know who you fucking with. Huh? People have been blessed. That's why a lot of people don't understand that. Everybody going to give everybody's babies. Do you know what your semen contain? Do you know what your semen contain? Do you know what her egg contain? Do you know once we give forth and we give a baby, how powerful our baby will be? Huh? Some babies are born to break curses and shit. Some babies are meant to be superstars and do a whole bunch of different things. It's a blessing when people give people kids, yo. Everybody just running around giving everybody babies and shit. Mhm. I always say that. People have babies. Bitch can have 4 babies. Huh? All 3 of her babies don't mean shit. I don't mean to be disrespectful. But that last person that she had a baby with, oh goddamn. This motherfucker, his bloodline is so powerful. She didn't even know who she was. That's why I like to tell some girls. Because some girls be like, he's just so obsessed with me. He won't leave me alone. No, bitch, you just carry something within your womb. So I was trying to say that shit before. This is how you know when people you are in line with people is because some people are grand manifestors, right? And then you can have your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. She's a grand manifestor, right? But then you don't know that. So then that's when you start intertwining with somebody, and then all of a sudden everything you start touching just starts it just start blossoming and shit just start happening. That mean now you have came in alignment with your real true counterpart. mm, no, that's just only a one thing, right? I was trying to teach people or show people, but nobody didn't like it because the sexual part of that energy, a lot of people should go find out because it's called sexual energy. That's a totally different part of a manifestation. hmm So, I didn't talk about this. So, once you are in the act, right? That's why people don't be knowing that they be sleeping with witches and shit like that. They be make these bitches be sleeping with warlocks and shit. And he's actually or she's actually taking shit from out of you. That's why people should understand that. And then that's why people should be careful. That's why I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around. You're like, no. Like what? You're not taking none of my shit or you know what I mean? You didn't fucking mess with all of these people. And that's why a lot of girls don't know. My nose is itching. Like when you're dealing with people, even for men, that's why you gotta detox. You gotta get all that sexual energy and shit from out of you and shit like that. Just go on a spiritual detox. Look it up. A spiritual detox for men and shit like that, right? Now for the girls, it's totally different. You can do a whole bunch of different shit, but nobody should be walking around with fucking souls. I'm just saying. She like the fuck. She did it to 5 niggas, right? Not knowing this nigga did it to 5 other niggas. Five. I wasn't supposed to say that. These girls, y'all better watch out. Because I was supposed to say something else. Somebody's been creeping around these bitches. Bitches is not as innocent as the fuck they think. Where the fuck did that come from? You better watch out who the fuck y'all sleeping with. Some of these girls be sleeping with guys, and some of these guys be sleeping with guys. I wasn't supposed to say that. Be very, very careful. Okay. And sexual rituals. I shouldn't be talking about this. This is why on some sexual rituals, guys have sex with guys. Oh shit, I'm talking about something else. It's because of it's something that they have. Oh shit. And it's the energy. That's why dealing with certain different things or certain different things, they're waiting for a specific energy. That's why when certain people die like that, oh God, mm, I just stopped. I just stopped. I don't want my shit to go off, but he is free. Whatever that was trying to happen to him did not happen. Something interfered with that. People try to do shit to people and it didn't work. It's like, oh, shit, I'm getting tongue twisted. Uh-huh. This is why. Yo, I was so fucking mad one day. And I was like, because I don't like tapping into certain things. And I never want to tap into certain energies because certain energies and certain things are not supposed to be tapped into. And something made me so mad. So I was like, fuck it. Let me just try. And when I was doing this, my whole fucking dining room table started shaking. I think I have it on audio on one of my phones or something. And on my son's phone, because on your phones you can put something on your phones where you can hear spirits and shit like that. And I was doing something and it kept saying, I swear to God. He was like, oh shit. It was popping shit like fucking pussy, like fucking pussy, fucking pussy, fucking pussy. I was like, oh shit. That's why it's one person. I came on here and I don't really like talking about this motherfucker because his time is so fucking done. And every time, even when I brought up his fucking name, because I don't want to say it because click, click, clack, clack, this motherfucker is going to click, click, clack, clack. And I'm not in the season of helping people because this motherfucker time is up. As much as he want to try to run and get away from shit, his motherfucking time is up. And damn, I don't want to be a snitch, bitch. I don't want to be a snitch, bitch. But it's too many, and that's what I love. You know what I love? Do you know what I love? When a motherfucker has did so much shit to people that they would never know where it came from because they did it to so many different people. That's the upper hand and the advantage of some people because they did it to so many fucking people. You stupid motherfucker. So you never know if it came from me. I'm just saying, and I'm not in that season. But that's the real reality. Now, say I only did some shit to one person, or I maybe did it to five people, however it might be. Then I could determine out of the fucking five people. Uh-huh. But when you have did it to over hundreds of people, that's a spirit telling me, multiple people, you can never pinpoint it. And I'm so spiritual like that. That's why in certain places I won't go. Shit. It's certain places that my spiritual guys won't even allow me to go. I remember one of my friends, her father worked at this, mm, he worked at this fucking boardroom house. And the spirits that were in there were so motherfucking angry. They were so angry. I couldn't even go in. She was like, come. I was like, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. Just like I wanted to go over there to Africa. Every time I talk about it, I always hear the spirits scream so loud because they're so angry. It's the place where they held them prisoners at. It's like a visiting site now. I don't even know why fucking people would even want to go there. You like, it's a place where they kept the slaves and shit like that before they got on the boats, and it has secret deposit, like secret spots where the slave masters used to go through different places, and they used to go get the girls and they used to go get the boys because boys were raped back then too in that time. And when I was talking about it, I just heard them screaming, 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 screaming. But it's like when I'm talking about it now, it's making me want to cry because the spirits and the ancestors are still there. That's why in the Caribbean parts where it's a lot of different like hurricanes and shit like that, they usually go through the coast where the slave trade really went, right? I love Mami Wata. Mami Wata is the Orisha that's in the ocean. Mami Wata is the chain that I'm wearing around my neck. I just got chills. She's the mother of the ocean, right? I love Mami Wata, but Mami Wata is no fucking joke. She's not. Uh-huh. It was a great battle between Mami Wata and the king of the ocean. He was the king of the abyss. hmm That's why certain places in the ocean that humans just should not go and shit like that. The ocean is very, very old. If I ever had the chance to talk to one thing, I would want to talk to water. Water been on this planet for a very, very long time. Water contains memories and shit like that. But I I'm smiling just talking about it because there's so many spirits that live upon the ocean. It is. And the slaves, when they were captured, they didn't want to go to the United States. They didn't want to go to certain parts. So they started singing a Mommy Wata. Started singing on the boat, Mommy Wata, Mommy Wata. We call Mommy Wata and Yemaye. Yemaye, Yemaye. And they started singing, and she came and she took the motherfuckers. She did. She sank the whole motherfucking boat. But they were rejoicing because they didn't want to go. Mommy Wanta. I love Mommy Wanta. Motherfuckers. You like what? People. They don't be knowing who the fuck they be fucking with. I'm telling you. But I just, that's one shit that I wouldn't want to see. Even though it's very, very spiritual and it holds a lot of weight. But I wouldn't want to go there because I would hear them screaming and crying. Well, I would want to go bless the land. Like, that's what I do. I want to go put my hands on it and just bless it. That's what I do sometimes. Bless it. Try to heal it. But how can you heal? How can you heal so much pain, so much turmoil and shit like that? I don't want to even look at that. That was their last walk. That's why they have the statue of them on the beach like that before they get in on the water and shit like that. That's why. That's their last departure before they were leaving their homeland and certain shit like that. So I could just only imagine. I love spirituality. I got into spirituality and I respect it a lot. I just love the stories. I always say that. I always say it's so funny. I can tell this before my phone ring out. So my son, he has the Shango beads. The Shango beads are red and black. No, red and white. I got them on my hand. Well, my hands look so fucked up. I don't want y'all to see my nails, but damn, my nails are so fucked up. Sorry, right? Maybe you can see it. I'm gonna take these fucking nails off. But Shango, he's the thunder god. He is. And I took my son and I took him to the store. And people want to go get blessed beads. You go to a bodega, shit like that, and you can do a whole bunch of different things. But you go to the bodega, not a bodega. You go to a botanica store, and they have blessed beads, and you sit there, right, and you just get drawn to the beads or whatever that your spirit and shit is calling you. And my son picked Shango beads, and my son he had like this real fucked up ass dream, and I started screaming like a little bit, just a little bit, but I was happy. I was screaming because I was rejoicing. And he said that he was in this fucking, like he was in a whole nother fucking dimension somewhere. And he said that he was almost stuck. But he said the only thing that saved him was a red button. And his beads are red. I said, oh, thank you, Shamgo. He said when he pressed it, he was gone. So I was like, okay, right? I didn't have more. I had more blessed beads. Somebody was trying to kill me. For real. And it's not even fucking funny. I had the Lady of the Dead on. That's the most prettiest blessed beads that I have ever seen in my life. That's the only time a fucking blessed beads I've ever broke. I need to go get some more. And what blessed beads do, they blessed beads keep you blessed, but they absorb any fucking energy that's being sent to you. And it's so funny because out of all of my fucking beads, the Lady of the Dead, the one, she's kind of connected to Bartimaeus. Bartimaeus, he's the Orisha of the cemetery, right? Nobody could put you in the grave without Bartimaeus giving his permission. So my fucking beads broke. People in Mexico, they worship the Lady of the Dead. The Lady of the Dead is the lady that's a skeleton. You don't really have to do nothing for the Lady of the Dead. You could ask the Lady of the Dead for everything, every different Orisha. So many different Orishas. But I couldn't believe it. I said, motherfuckers is trying to kill me. That's what I did. Uh-huh. So it's very good. I always say that. That's the only shit that I would promote is definitely for people to get into spirituality. Because spirituality opens up a whole bunch of different knowledge for you. And then most importantly, it tells you a whole bunch about African history and shit like that. And then plus my grandma come from North Carolina, and she my dad and my mom was so terrified of her because my mom said that my grandmother, she did roots, right? Almost a form of voodoo, whatever like that. So my bloodline is totally different, very, very totally different. And I remember I had got my palms read, and the lady was like, that my grandma put something on my mom. She said this shit was the oldest form of like fucking witchcraft or whatever. Who is this? Oh God, I don't know who the fuck these people are. Somebody sent me a text. I don't know who it is. I do. I really don't. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. You'd be surprised. So my dad was like, girl. He was surprised. Like, girl. I was talking to him about my spiritual shit. He was like amazed because he was like, he just started smiling like, okay. I guess one of my kids picked up something. And then plus I'm native. So I got a little bit of my grandma. And then I'm actually more native than anything. I'll be very, very ignorant if I say I ain't got shit, blackness in me. But I'm more native than anything. So my heritage and shit like that. And my native background, we believed in the stars, people from the stars, and shit like that. So it's so crazy. And what's crazy about that part, and I always like to tell this story, is because in my building, I think I should show y'all, but I have the oldest picture of of an Indian chief. He kind of looked like a Mayan or something, but the picture holds so much energy. And my freaking super, he has all of these pictures in the hallway. So when I seen it, I said, I'm gonna steal that picture. So I said, Charlie, I'm stealing that picture. He said, you not stealing shit. I said, I'm stealing the fucking picture, Charlie. He said, I'm telling you, steal that picture, Angel. I'm coming to your apartment and I'm coming to get it. So unfortunately, he took the picture down and he left it in the hallway for anybody to take it. That night he came knocking on my door and he said, I guess this fucking picture really wants you because I put it down and nobody wanted it. So now I have it in my house. So not only do I have it in my house, I have it looking like my nails so fucked. I don't give a fuck. It was looking like out of my house. So it's like kind of like gardening. So I'll say, yo, that's deep. And it's the most beautiful like old. It's like old. So it's real cool. I think I need to go back out there to my land that I got out here because I live in New York City. So over here in Howard Beach, one day the fucking trains broke down and I walked like I'm a walker. And this shit took me forever to get home. But I walked through this land, right? It's this one fucking road out there by Howard Beach. And it's no service. Like, it's no service. Like, it's some real life supernatural shit out there. And it took me like almost a fucking hour just to walk this whole stretch. And as I was walking, it was starting to get dark. I was hearing shit in the bushes. It's like for real, for real. And I was literally hearing things running through the bushes. I didn't know what the fuck was out there. I was like, oh my God, ancestors, ancestors, protect me, protect me, protect me. And as I kept saying, I kept hearing them running, running, running. And then I felt like thousands, I felt like eyes and eyes and eyes and eyes were on me. So I said, what the fuck is out here? So as soon as I got home, and I was so scared, I was trying to call people, and my phone wasn't working. It's no service, no service. I was like, shit, shit, I'm stuck on this fucking road. Yo, once I got home and I looked it up, because I'm like that. I looked it up, come to find out, because I'm Lenny Lenape. I'm Lenny Lenape Indian. I looked that shit up. All of the shit that was running to me were my ancestors. That's all where my ancestors lived. They lived there, they fished there, they hunt there, they praise and worship there and shit like that. And I took it upon my business to go back out there. So I was out there early in the morning. I went by my motherfucking self, by myself. I was at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Nobody was there because they have a plaque paying homage to my tribe. So when I was out there, I just walked around. I walked around on the land, and I had seen one of my ancestors walk through the trees. She was so pretty though. She really was. She was dressed in that's like the first time I seen a spirit and shit like that. Um, and she was pretty. She was. All these fucking birds and shit started coming because usually you can go there because it's like a preserved land, so they have like a whole bunch of different like birds and shit. And all of a sudden, all these birds and shit started coming. And I'm very spiritual, right? So I could sense. Remember, I read energy and shit like that. And I was going deeper into this shit, and I started getting freaked out a little bit because the energies just started becoming so like overwhelming, and a lot of different things. I felt all these like things like looking at me. Mind you, I'm out there by my motherfucking self, and it's nothing but like it's like marsh. It's a marshland and shit like that. So I stopped. I said I ain't going no farther. Fuck that. I'm by myself. So I came back up, and then I walked through a little bit, and where I walked at, I'm gonna share it on my thing. I think I still got the picture. I'm gonna share it. And I had walked down, and from I guess them praising and coming under, it was this real big ass pretty tree, and I went and touched it, and it just felt good. It really did. And I was just like, thank you. You know what I mean? Because I was busy calling like, help me, help me, help me, help me. And it was like, I'm right here. I'm right here. I just got so hot. Who's getting hot? They was like, I'm right here. So it's an honor and a blessing and shit like that. And then plus, um, yeah, shit. I'm telling my business a little bit. My family, we have our own cemetery. It's a blessing. My grandfather, my history of my people go very, very far. And out there in Coast Neck, right? Coast Neck, New Jersey. Shrewsbury, Coast Neck, New Jersey. It's called the Rock Cemetery for real, and all of my family members are there. My cousins and shit. They trying to do some old savagery shit. And the land is worth a whole bunch of money. Like it's some bullshit. You know how family be and shit like that, and they stole deeds, and my family is also connected to the Underground Railroad and shit like that. And it's a church that a lot of different my slave they went through this church, and yeah, I got a whole bunch of people out there. My family's out there, so it's an honor. So my name it hits heavy. It really really do. So my bloodline is very very is different. It really really is. But that was like most of the honor. And then my grandfather, you can look him up in the paper because he was in the paper, and he wrote a beautiful article. I think I should share it. My great grandpa, he wrote a beautiful paper. He owned a news press. He was like he ran a newspaper, and he used to print a whole bunch of different things and stuff like that. My mom and my uncles used to tell me how they used to always go to his news press and things like that. And yeah, and then my grandfather's mother, she was pure Indian, and she lived up in the mountains. My mom said her hair was so long it used to drag and shit like that on the ground and stuff like that. And yeah, that's the only thing that I hate. I wish that I could speak in my native tongue, which is a native. So my cousins every year they do powwows, and they go and they conversate with like a whole bunch of natives. I think I should do that this year. They'd be so blown by. You're like, what? Because I'm so different. Like, I would want to go speak to, like, the shamans and shit like that because I'm just different. Really, 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 really different. And they'd just be really, really, like, blown by me because I'm just so spiritual like that. And it'd be a blessing. I always say that. Definitely. I would definitely want to go, I don't know. I would definitely want to go speak to a whole bunch of elders. You know what I mean? Like gather around a fire pit and speak with elders, like regarding a whole bunch of different things and stuff. I remember I got like a bad, eerie feeling when I was actually looking into fuck. A lot of native people, they fear to say this skinwalker ranch, but I don't fear that shit. I'm very aware of it, but they don't like talking about it. But even when I watched it, I had got like bad energy from off of there because it was a whole bunch of different shit out there. It's a whole bunch of different things out there that mankind will never understand and know. It's a lot of different portals on this earth and shit like that. It's a whole bunch of different things, but the extraterrestrial life is they became very smart. You know what I mean? The only why I say that is because through the years, meaning when they first got shot down and shit like that, dealing with that Roswell shit, and I always say that, how the fuck the United States got a whole bunch of different things if they didn't capture shit, study shit, and actually almost understand stuff. That's why I was talking about CERN. You know what I mean? Like these motherfuckers, they know what the fuck that they doing. You know what I mean? But we're not God. It's certain things that we should not fucking mess with. I shouldn't really talk about these people too much, but they opened up something and they can't fucking close it. But that's what the fuck they get. You like what? Because some shit on this planet is just not meant for us to understand. And because you have a certain group of people who are so pressed to understand stuff, to tap into things, you come to a point where you fuck with shit and now you can't turn back. You can't turn it back. That's why just dealing with a whole bunch of different things they don't understand, right? And then dealing with the ocean from a lot of different reports of people coming in contact with a whole bunch of different things. Like what blew my mind is over there, and I forgot the country, how they're talking about it's a lot of like mermaids. Like my mom, she believed in mermaids and shit like that. And I remember I cursed this guy out on YouTube. Somebody liked it. It's like this guy. He was talking about mermaids, and he was saying how he captured it and all this shit. And I said I ain't like that shit. And he said it came to the point where I guess he had to return a baby because he caught a baby or some shit, and then he brought it back to his house talking about he was trying to protect it. Like no motherfucker, you was trying to examine it. Certain shit on this earth, I don't give a fuck how foreign, how unknown, how shit is, just like extraterrestrials and shit like that. I shouldn't say this shit. I probably get in trouble. But if I worked at Area 51, they'd be one mad motherfucker at me. You like what? Because I would free shit. Like, no, nothing. Nothing's supposed to be confined. Nothing's supposed to be bound. Nothing's supposed to be studied. None of that shit. Some shit is supposed to be unknown, and people need to leave it like that. You know what I mean? That's like us. These motherfuckers. Yeah, they'll probably capture us and do a whole bunch of shit. But even dealing with another race, even us, we're not even supposed to be like captured and shit. That's why I was saying like the power of God, like Jesus, is very, very powerful because there's also documentations of people coming in contact with extraterrestrials and shit like that. And they're saying certain different things and, the response of things. But, mankind always say, oh, I want to see aliens and shit like that. But they not ready to see some shit like that. I'm just saying people ask for shit, but then when they see shit, I'm just saying, they shit on, they pissed, they be like, oh, shit like that. They're not ready to see shit like that. The world is not ready for that. And then plus, these people are like so ahead of us, we wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I'm just saying. That's why I said about Donald Trump. What the fuck is going on out in space? What the fuck are y'all doing with these niggas from outer space? Leave him the fuck alone. Because he said, we have a space task force. What the fuck we need a space task force? I always say that. Why do we need a space task force? What the fuck are y'all doing out there messing around with these people from outer space? Leave these motherfuckers alone. But the world dealing with them has never been right since they actually dropped the first atomic bomb. Because whatever we do here on Earth, which I don't understand, affects them. That's a good point, Angel. That's a good point. I'm curious. You're like, what are you curious about? I'm curious because of the wars and because of so many different things. I wonder if the other extraterrestrials, because it's a good point of view, are they looking? You know what I mean? Because you'll be surprised. You'll really be like, look at these motherfuckers. I would say that, like, these motherfuckers is crazy. For real, for real. I'm just saying. Like, what the fuck? They down here blowing shit up, shit like that, and now all of a sudden they want to come. Here I go. Now all of a sudden they want to come live with us. Like, y'all motherfuckers better stay down here. You crazy? Where am I from, my friend? I'm from the United States. I need to take these shits off. I'm from the United States of America. I'm the only one that's different here. I am. I always say that. I'm so different. I'm the only one that's different on the United States of America over here. I'm the only one that's really, really woke. I'm the only one that looks at the objective totally, totally different. I'm the only one that comes as a beggar, for real. I come in a disguise, so a lot of people don't be knowing who I am, but I'm okay with that. For real, for real. I was walking past this guy last night, and I felt like he was an angel. So many people are entertaining angels and they don't even know it. And they fail miserably. Just like you have a lot of rich people who come as a beggar and they're just testing people. You see it all the time. They say, can you help me with something? And you got an ignorant motherfucker, I ain't helping you with nothing. And then the next person that he asks, because of their heart is so pure, they be like, yeah, here you go. Here go $1 or $2. And guess what? Because of the pureness of their heart, he just gave them $10,000. And then the other people that he just passed, they looking like, oh. That's how it happens. It happens like that all the time. People are entertaining angels and they don't even know it. They don't know it until it's done and over with. And they be like, damn it. Somebody was their blessing. They have always been a blessing. Damn. I can say that. I have always been your blessing, nigga. I have always been your blessing, young lady. Do you see it? Do you trust me now? I said that earlier. Do you trust me now? Do you understand? I was never trying to hurt you or take anything from you. I was just trying to be your friend. Okay. Well, let me go. My son, he starts football tomorrow, so I'm going to go out there and I'm going to cut up with these niggas. I am. They going to tell my son, don't bring her back. So I'm asking the world for some donations. I swear to God. For real. These kids, they need some helmets. They need some shoulder pads. They might need some new cleats. So I'm going to be keeping tabs of some shit that these kids might need. For real. I should put up their donation for the kids. I swear to God. Somebody give me some money. I swear I will send you the fucking receipt of the shit that's been bought. And if I have some money left over, I will send it back to you. For real. I'm going out there. And I might just try to see if I can get some cheerleaders. Or fuck that. I'll be the only cheerleader that they got. For real. I told my son, I'm going to see if you got something, boy. Like, for real, we're not going to play with this. You're not going to embarrass me. You're like, what? Nope, because if he ain't got it, he ain't got it. I mean, if he